tactical gameplay, amazing gunplay, ear-slapping sounds, and proximity chat. This is Insurgency Sandstorm. I'm Yogo for Gameplay Banner, and today we are going over what made this game stand out amongst the first-person shooter competitors and ask the question, is it any good? I think before we dive into the game, we need to know where it came from. New World Interactive started from the mind of one guy, Andrew Spearin, a former Canadian military serviceman. He started working on a Valve source engine mod, and this would be the birth to what later gave to Insurgency Sandstorm. After working on it for roughly 3 years, he ran into some Tripwire Interactive developers who had been working on a game called Red Orchestra, a World War II type game with deep mechanics for a game in the early 2000s, like bullet drop, penetration, deflection, for both tanks and small arm weaponry. Now this helped expedite the work with a now more robust team, culminating in the release of Insurgency Modern Infantry Combat in 2007. This would be the predecessor to Sandstorm. A few years later, Andrew and a developer named Jeremy Blum, who came over with the Red Orchestra crew, formed New World Interactive. The studio would work on one more game before releasing ours. This was another World War II game called Day of Infamy, and as of today has over 17,000 reviews, boasting a very positive rating on Steam. But that's not necessarily where the story ends there. New World Interactive actually has been bought out, branched out, Spearin has been smeared in the media. There's a deep amount of office drama that I could pull from there, but I'll save that for another video. If you're interested in that type of content, please leave a comment down below, and if I get enough of them, I'll make a video on it. Now that we have the history out of the way, let's move into our game. Released on Steam in December 2018, and as of this video has an impressive 85,000 reviews with a very positive rating. Let's dive in. Right, so I don't feel like buying it on Steam, so I download it from the Xbox Game Pass. And here we go, our first look at the main menu. Now you must push enter on PC, other options simply won't work, and I like this. It gives weight to what it's asking and telling you to do, and it's setting the stage early on. The music in this is good. It right away gives me a certain cultural vibe of where I am and some indication of the tone of the game. Local play for LAN events, perfect. Your name, rank, friends list, all easily seen here, that's great. Small DLC section and news updates that are up to date, so that's good. And nothing is in your face, it's, hey, here it is if you want it. There are 3 tutorials in this, don't worry, I will not bore you on showing you all 3 of them, although I will say a game that allows you to use the range and has individual lessons has some depth. More on that later. Customization section. Now this bothers some people, but not me. The currency here is used for in-game cosmetics that don't give in-game advantages, so for me it's all good. I will point out though, as a tight serious shooter, they keep the cosmetics believable. There is a skull headgear that's on the edge of reality for some gamers out there who hated this idea, but this is far from what we've seen in modern day shooters like Call of Duty as an example, who's whored itself out in this category. Stats, settings, credits, great. Let's get into what this game actually looks like. Firstly, let's fix the settings. I'm a casual, so mapping sprint and crouch to the mouse is a must for me, because my hand does not know what a control or shift button is. Tune in sensitivity, and we're good. Game is responsive, moves well. Character feels like they have weight when they sprint. It takes time to start up. It makes you feel like you're geared up and you're not just a paper thin in the wind. First mechanics are introduced. Rate of fire changed. And our magazines do not autofill up on reload. The game keeps track of the bullets in the mags, so shooting and killing one target and reloading is not the move here. Recoil is noticeable. Even when using a mouse, it's hard to pull it back down for some weapons. Grenades have to be pulled out here, and used, and you'll find this even with smoke and incendiary as well. Adds a little bit more realism. There is no hot button for it. There is ammo boxes scattered out throughout the maps that house ammo and can lend you to change your class on the next respawns as long as there is capacity for it. And this reminds me of an old PS3 game I used to play called Mag. In this game, you have the classes listed here, and I was happy to see that there is no pay to have this class. I think it's a good choice. You have the standard infantry, which is your rifleman. Breacher is more of a close quarters and houses weapons like SMGs. Your demolition guys hold your RPGs. Your gunners are your big LMG boys. Your marksmen are your sport, your battle rifles, tactical rifles, snipers, whatever you call them nowadays. You also have commander, advisor, and observer classes, and they work differently in that they rely on being in proximity of each other to call in things like smoke mortars, gas, and even aerial gunner support, and it is devastating. The armory. the customization, whatever you want to call it. It's not overly deep here, and I like that. There is a decent amount of weapons in this game, and attachments for them as well. There's also things of sidearms, equipment like grenades, armor, and extra ammo, and to keep all this in check, each item has its own cargo space that it takes up. And the better the item, the more space it takes up. It's reminiscent of something like a pick 10 from Call of Duty, but with more options to choose from and no perks. I also want to mention that I love this little small gun stat box here. It's a good visual representation of the DNA of the gun, and it will change upon attachments. Doors can be open, broke, and this does have different audio cues, which is nice. When your mag is empty, you must load it yourself. There is no auto load in here, so you must be mindful if you're a running and gun type person. I rinse, repeat the basics, and now we're off to our first game. Leaning. Another feature we find. A Rainbow Six staple, and I love it. And I won, but not viewer worthy, although hearing other people throwing insults at each other brings me back to my younger days, and a tear falls onto my fat stomach. Map rotation, another feature. It is put in the hands of the players here, and this can't be understood or understated enough. This should be mandatory. It is a must. If your game does not have it, I will judge you. This time I picked the heavy sniper. I want to feel the power of the 50 cal. I see somebody. I get my first kill. The sound is the party in the apartment above you. It is loud. Recoil is high, and they drop. I think. There is no kill counter here. No confirmation. No log. This is war. You confirm it yourself. I see another one. I shoot. I miss. It's dead on him. I missed. What happened? I was standing, moving with the 50 cal. The recoil starts to lift the barrel before the bullet even is spit out, and it comes out hot and high. Damn, that's pretty real. Well, we can conclude pistols suck against armor unless it's a headshot. Got it. I play out the round, and I grind out into the night. I decide a different mode, but not domination, but a mode that each team has a certain amount of waves, some to capture and some to hold off. A familiar battlefield mode that most of us have been exposed to. I make some more moves, but ultimately I get flatlined through each game. But I'm learning more and more. The curve is steep here, but this is what keeps me engaged. I die, but there is no knee-jerk excuse vomiting out of my mouth. It's not, oh, they're better, or oh, they did this or this. It's instead, I didn't see them. Or they're already watching that lane. Or where was that grenade thrown from? I find some success with the FAL, or the FAL, and I keep pressing on. Until... flashbang. It feels real. Everything in this game feels real. It's beautiful. Friendly fire is toned down. And I'm not mad at this. There are times that if you're not careful from great distances, unless you remember you're a Marine or Insurgent, you'll hit a friendly. And this is awarded a notification. And that's fine. I start burning through the nights, getting better and better, until I run into a very friendly team. Until then, most people don't say too many words in languages I understand.
It's the final countdown.
There is also an enemy proximity chat, which can deliver some of the best moments in the game.
Oh my god, I can't, oh my god. Help me.
Thank you.
They approach.
C4 going out.
Oh shit, C4.
Oh, watch out. Did the guy kill himself with the C4?
Yeah.
One of the nice features that they have here to prevent spawn camping in a game like this is if you enter into an enemy spawn, you get a restricted area alert. And after a few seconds, you won't be able to perform any actions except to run back to a safe area of play.
The left.
There is a leveling system in this, but outside of the initial 20 levels to unlock things, anything past that is just bragging rights. There is also a 8-team versus AI, and the AI are not exactly hard, and they can be countered. However, you typically only have one life as a rule, and they have unlimited. It's a fun mode to stress test or to get you warmed up or battle test a specific class or loadout. KD achievements and the XP carries over, so if that's your thing, then go for it. One of the things that I've not got to mention yet is the maps. These maps do not feel man-made. They feel authentic. You could feel yourself. with a small team climbing up the rocks of a hillside, to going to a house and breaching the bad guys, before then going south into a favela. The maps are built in a way that it doesn't feel like a 3-lane map. It feels real. These places exist. You could see a team starting their intrusion into a certain land from the spawn points that are given out. They don't feel algorithmic or cookie cuttered. The sound of the places, the guns, and even the other team as they are being shot or set on fire is a 5 out of 5. It's raw. It makes you think, holy shit, that would suck to be lit on fire after you throw a Molotov and you listen to the screams. Overall, I think the game was and is still very good and playable. It has seen a lot of changes through over the years, and a lot of the core fan base may be upset about it. But as an outside perspective, it's still very good. There is no secret here as why either, as more first-person shooter brands reach out and try to branch to different mobility, more flashy things, more battle passes, more surface level stuff that no one will care about after that game's successor is born, Insurgency stands true to what first-person gun combat should be. It's brutal, and it's rewarding at the same time. An immersive experience that feels rewarding on its own as you slowly master it, instead of a Pavlovian test sound cues and flashy leveling up achievements. A game where the term popping melons is a visual thing, and where you feel like a soldier on the front lines. Thank you for making it to the end of the video, and I hope it served you well.